Okay. Okay, looks like we might be live. Hopefully everything is operational. I'll tell you what, no matter how much time I put into trying to get everything ready, I still seem to run out of time. It's crazy. Oh, and I'm here. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hope you're all doing fine out there on your weekends. Hope you've all got out doing the long runs, of course. You've got to do the long runs. Let's do the shout outs before we make a start. This is the 52nd live stream on the channel. We're in March right now. Some shout outs. Robin is in the house, one of our members. Thanks for tuning in, Robin. I'm glad to have the live streams back. Should be at least twice a week now. And I need to chat to the members actually and see if there's a time when I can do a members only live stream so that as many of the members can actually watch it as possible. So I will give you a shout, Robin, in the community sort of messaging section there to figure something out. We'll see what we can come up with. Calix is here. He says, what are some of the brands you like best for running kit? Saw, absolutely Saw. Yeah, Saw is one of my favourites there. One of the other posters has put that up already. Cheeks of 777 is in the house. Double dose of Ed. Thanks for tuning in, Cheeks of 777. One of the most diligent people in the comments section, always there. Did you get the gold today? Who got the gold today? Did you get the gold? You've got so many now. It's like MVPs, you know, the most valued viewer, MVP, something like that. Jacob Reese is here. Hi Jacob, how you doing, buddy? Long time viewer. He says, managed to see the Takumi Sen 8 long run video. Yeah, I've changed my mind a little on that. I think you can use it. I certainly could. That's for sure. It didn't at any point feel like, ooh, I wish there was a little more cushion underfoot. It was really popping at the end there. Just done some, what did I do? About 4 or 5 sort of like half-mile repeats at my target half marathon pace, and it was cooking. Cooking like some bacon in the pan. Yeah. Tailwind and honey stinger. I'm not sure in relation Tailwind. Is there Tailwind? I thought a honey stinger was one of those sort of snack type things. maybe they do running gear as well. I don't know. Richard Rendell's in the house, and we got Tom Clowes as well. Says evening, Ed and Beast. He is here. Tom is here. I don't know where Beast is. No idea. It was having a go at me for some food just now. It's disappeared now, probably to have a little rest, because you know it's very hard being a cat. It's a tough life. Cheeks of 777 says, fasten your seatbelts, we're underway. Richard Rendell says, thinking about getting the Odlo dual dry running jacket. I have not used that. Maybe one of the viewers might be able to let you know, Richard, if someone's checked that one out. I am not aware of that one. Darren Bray says, yeah, he's back. I'm back, Darren. Thanks for tuning in. Oh yeah, Cheeks of 777 says, don't forget to hit the like on the live stream. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. He is exactly right there. Who else we got here? Oh, so Darren Bray says, Takumi Sen 8 is a good shoe, does hammer the legs on the long runs. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd want to go further than the half, but yeah, it was fine for that. Absolutely fine. Don't think it'd be my marathon shoe, but then again, it's not really intended as that. Michael's here. He says, hey Ed, hope you're well. I'm doing well, Michael. Interesting logo there. I'm not sure, is that something to do with the goblin? The special one says, nice hat. Thank you, special one. And it could actually be the special one. There is a picture of him there as well. If it is, then fantastic. Tune in from Roma or wherever it is. Tony Vu is in the house. He's in California, though. Is it sunny in California, Tony? It's been there was a bit of sun here in Yeovil, but then overcast, and now typical weather. It's raining outside. The dog refuses to go out to undertake his duties out there. He doesn't want to go. It's just wet. Anelia is here. Says, long time no see. Good day. Thanks for tuning in. It's good to be back on the live streams here. Ben Booth is here. He says, evening Ed. And Hawaii Franca says, greetings from Bavaria. Fantastic. Thanks for tuning in. I hope Bavaria is good right now. Gavin Brader's here. Great to be back on the live streams. He says, everyone's really pleased that we're back. Stephen C says, au revoir. Awesome. Bay Marie. Yeah, Stephen C is my main man when it comes to Only Fools references. I think if we were to ever meet in a bar, it would just be 3 or 4 hours of Only Fools best of our favourite moments. Maybe we could even fall, like into the bar as well. Yeah, the special one says get the Saw jacket. The Saw jacket, if you're going to go for a jacket, like seriously, all 3 of the Saw sort of top layer. What am I talking about? The top half t-shirt jacket. Yeah, jackets and long sleeves. They are fantastic. They wash really well, and they're so light for what they do. They're brilliant. Diaz says hello, and Ken Murray's here too. Crookie 57. Canova 40k for me this morning. Fly me heck. 40k. Beats Dancing on Ice. Oh goodness, is that back again? Is it Dancing on Ice? Oh, I can't be dealing with that stuff. I've been doing double sport whammy this afternoon. Arsenal versus Leicester, and the my Brooklyn Nets versus the Knicks as well. I just scraped it at the end, the Nets. So KD with some serious points today. He pulled them through that one. But yeah, it's good day for sport. Very, very enjoyable. Ben Whittemore is here. Hi Ben, thanks for tuning in. Got ham and cheese running guy vlog. Ham and cheese. Good afternoon from Oregon. Is that like the ham and cheese, a very sort of famous sandwich type? Or is it one of those sort of toasted sandwiches? You have to let me know. Got ham and cheese running vlog in Oregon. I need to get back over to Oregon at some point. That's a place that fits with all the stuff I like. You've got ale, you've got music, you've got loads of running opportunities, nature. You can get to the sort of the coastline relatively quickly as well. It's got all the stuff that I like, all of it. Who else we got here? Martin's in the house. Good to see you here, Martin. Lee Sumner is here as well. He says, hope you're well. I'm currently working in Andover. Andover. That's not far away. Andover's just up the road, really, I suppose. You get on the 303 and just do the miles and you're there. It's not far, Lee. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Bruno says, RC Elite good for long run on marathon pace. Absolutely. RC Elite is one of my favourite shoes over the last couple of years. Bruno, I really enjoyed the first version. I like the second one too. They're good sort of fun shoes to run in. In fact, the RC Elite probably is sort of a little closer, I suppose, to the original Vaporfly 4%, for me at least. So yeah, I really like that one. Rob Weatherall's here. He says, last proper long run done before Manchester Marathon in 3 weeks. Fantastic. I hope it went well with those last long runs. You want to get those miles in and hope that the legs are getting used to the pounding a little bit. I was quite amazed actually. It's been a tough week. Last 2 weeks really, guys. There's been a lot of stuff going on, family stuff. It's been really, really hard mentally, to work it through. I haven't been able to do any long runs for a couple of weeks, so it's good to get one in today and sort of exercise some of those demons, Kevin Bickerton says, first race of the year, Shrewsbury 10k. Great to be running races again. Yeah, sure is. Now they're back sort of properly, without these sort of staggered starts and all that type of stuff. Ken Murray says he picked up a pair of the Street Flies last week in Chicago. Hope they're working out for you, Ken. I certainly think that they feel different. The Zoom X is different. I know, is it Alex Filitti? He mentioned that he thinks that the foam could be a bit different. And I think he's right, The Invincible Run stuff and the stuff in the Street Fly certainly feels a little different to me. But I do hope you like them, Ken. I hope they work out for you. Got Ham and Cheese Guy running says, Lo, my cat is the same. Oh, yeah, in reference to the food. Tony Vu says, just got back from the half marathon race. So many Alpha Flies. Yeah, that does seem the big one at the moment. Everybody's kind of picked up the Alpha Flies and testing them out. I'm not absolutely certain that they work better for me than the Next Percent. I'm, tempted to kind of pick up a cheap pair of the Next Percent 2s if they become available. And I keep thinking I've got those Gakuso ones. Well, I think they're more like a Next Percent 1, really, but I need to use those and sort of break them out a little bit. But yeah, Alpha Fly's everywhere right now. John Eaton's here. He says, hello, Ed, and everyone. Hello, John. Thanks for joining us. And the legend Luke Acourt is in the house. Cheeks to 777. I expect he's still here. We've just hit 100 concurrent viewers, which is very enjoyable. If you are in the chat or viewing, please hit that like button. It really does help the channel out to get us out there to a few more people, because that's always a good thing. Because if you want people to watch and to spread the word, that's a good vibe. It's just water today. Getting the hydration back again after that longer run earlier on. Diaz says, pleasantly surprised by the Puma Velocity Nitro V2. Yeah, I think Puma are sending me a pair of those to try out at some point. But I think they got a few issues with, what do you call it, like procurement and sort of getting them to people and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm very keen to test that one out. John McCluskey says, super leads. Is that in relation to the last gasp winner earlier? I think it must be. That was a big goal there to get the win at 2-1. Christopher is here. He says, hello, Ed. Hello. And we've also got Tom, the original, not the new original, Tom, the original. He says, hi, Ed, and the chat. Darren's been looking at some Ultra shoes. He did an off-road special yesterday. Yeah, Ultra shoes. I need to maybe test out some, what's the word? Some trail shoes from Ultra. People keep telling me to do that. Tom, the original, ran a half marathon today, 1 hour 34:30. Fantastic. Well done, my man. Well done. That is good stuff. Darren Bray, poor planning and preparation. I think that's in relation to the off-road special. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, Darren, with me. I'm just not designed for too much off-road stuff. It's just a problem. I'm just too tall, I think. I think off-road, you want to be a bit lower to the ground, so that when you do fall over on your behind, that it's not so bad. You've not got so far to go. Aaron is here. He says, hi, Ed. Greetings from the Isle of Man. 23 miles in the Rebel 2s. Fantastic. Yeah, the tapering for the Manchester Marathon. Sounds like there's quite a few of you out there doing that one. Matthew Cunningham's in the house. A little shout out to you, Matthew. Remember, you can support the channel by hitting me up with a super chat. It really does help out a great deal to keep those shoes and the sort of the gear and all that sort of gubbins flowing in. It'll be gels actually are required for the Yeovil Half Marathon and some of the other races I've got coming up. I'm going to have to get some gels in very soon. If anyone out there is, a gel company, get a hold of me. I like them nice and viscous. I don't want them to be sort of too gelatin-like. I like the viscous ones because it's kind of like a drink. And then it means I don't have to carry drinks around with me. Although I did have to do that today. It wasn't too bad, actually. Just my hands got really cold really quickly. Anil As says hello from the Netherlands, I believe. And Dan Mills says best marathon racer for under 150 smackaroonies. Or for half marathon. Oh, what would I go for under 150? I don't know. Let Dan know in the chat on there. And I need some time to think about that one. It kind of depends. Are you going on, is it a road marathon? Need to know. Tony Vu says, congrats, Tom the original. Yep. Yeah, hopefully he's let us know what was on feet. Endorphin Speed 1s. Fantastic. Richard Johnson says, good evening, Mr. Bud. The rare live chat is a privilege for us to brave mortals. Richard, you do put some fantastic comments up on the channel, I have to say. They do make me chuckle on a regular basis. Cheekster says, a 5th straight win for the Arsenal. Yeah, I was really pleased with that one. It was a good, solid defensive performance as well. Hey, Brendan Cam in the chat, one of our members there, he says, oh, why, hello. I hope you're doing well. We are. Yeah, everything's on the up a little bit now for us, Brendan. So I do appreciate that. Thank you very much for that. It is really nice of you to say. Kirk Thomas is in South Africa. Hello there. And Chris Hollyman is in rainy Bristol. Yeah, I think you probably got the same weather that we've got here, Chris. It's probably either going to come your way or it's come this way. It's, it's not many miles, only 30 something miles, isn't it, to Bristol from here. Dan Mill says, have I thought about making any trips down to Iton? I'm not sure where that is. Let me know, Dan. Thank you, Chris Grayson, thank you. And Matthew Cunningham says, first 5k this year since his injury. Saw everyone. I'm glad you're on the mend, though, on the road to recovery. Ian Heiser says, hi, how's it going? Doing all right. We've just had some eggs and bacon on toast, and some apple juice. And yeah, feeling fortified now with iron as well. Because, I had some Guinness earlier. That was nice. That was really well deserved. It's been a tough week. Diaz says, have a half marathon planned on May the 15th, maybe, but lost last 2 weeks due to COVID. Oh no. I'd say, yeah, be very wise with that one, Diaz. If you don't want to sort of push things hard. I know if people have had COVID, it can, really affect you for some time. In fact, I know people that have been affected for, over a year with that. So just be very cautious, and I hope you can still make that one. Oh, yes, Stephen, you've just reminded me. Thank you. I am indebted to you. You've reminded me. It is the ballot tomorrow for the London Marathon, isn't it? So that's the day where I get up and I'm like, it's going to be the time. I'm going to get it this time. And then by, mid-morning, I'm just sat there again. The odds are pretty slim. I think, really, the odds are quite slim. And I never buy lottery tickets either. So, if we get in, that'll be amazing. I will be super excited about that. But we shall see. Only time will tell. Urban Diversion, privileged to stream live. Have you scheduled a long run in your Adistar? Now, probably be next week, maybe, though not super long, because it is the half the following week. So, I want to be in tip-top condition. Just approaching 50 miles for the week. I think I was about 48 miles this week, which is a big step up from last week. But there was reasons why I couldn't get a longer one in last week. But yeah, it was good to get back on it. What have we got here? Let's see. Bellaceras says, if you could recommend a few options for long distance training, like for racing shoes. But I don't really get the difference between long run shoes and daily trainers. So long run shoes may typically be a little bit more plush in the upper. They may have some more cushion underfoot and in specific areas as well. Sometimes the long run shoes as well, they're a little wider perhaps. So it's just something that's going to make the extra mileage just a little bit easier to handle and perhaps a little less taxing on the legs. Okay, so daily trainers will tend to be sort of middle of the road kind of stuff. Think of, I don't know, if you got Neil Young's Harvest album, it's a bit middle of the road, right? So it's a bit of a daily trainer. Then you've got something like Rust Never Sleeps, or what's the other one he did? Weld, which is like, quite sort of harsh and sort of nasty, a race shoe. And then you've got something really soft and gentle, like Harvest Moon, maybe, that could be your long run shoe. Not sure where I'm going with all of that. I went a bit Brad Hall. Did anyone see Brad Hall's back on YouTube? The ultimate sneaker guy. He's back. He was like really ill or something and he's returned, which is amazing. What great news this week. Oh, thank you, Rob Weatherall. Much appreciated, buddy. I shall pass on your love to everybody. Darren Braces, Alpha Flies, flat. I'll tell you what, my since I did a bit of DIY on my Alpha Flies with some oil, it seems to have really helped. They're nowhere near as loud now. They seem to have stabilised a little bit. But certainly in the wet weather, you'll get a lot of flapping about with the Alpha Flies, I think. Anelia says, do you wish to do at some point a video on that mental state for running and your opinions how to overcome that stuck mind? That's a really good idea, actually, Anelia. I'll think about that this week, Because I think we've all been there, haven't we, when we've got to perhaps do a certain session or something. Perhaps other things in life are just making it a bit tough to get out of the door, you know, get outside and do what we got to do. It can be difficult. So, yeah, I'll see if I can come up with something this week. That could be an ideal time for me to do that, actually. It's a really great idea. Thank you. Dan Mill says, any thoughts on the Puma Fast R's? I know they've released them over in parts of Europe, but nothing over here yet, which is, you know, a bit typical, really, Puma. Sometimes, you know, they release something, it takes a while to get here, but I'd love to give them a whirl, see what it's like. I mean, in my mind, I've already got this expectation, I suppose, of them, that they're going to be a little bit like the Tempo Next Percent from Nike. So it'll be interesting to see if they are. It's kind of the same vibe, isn't it? We've got a very soft, sort of responsive material in the front of the shoe, and then something a little bit firmer in the rear section of the shoe, in the heel. So yeah, I'd love to try them out, Dan. Hopefully that will happen soon. I'm going to cross my fingers, and you know, both of my teams won today, so it could get better. You know, we're just going this way. We're just going up always. Matthew Cunningham says, does anyone prefer the Saucony Speed or Pro rather than the Vaporfly? I mean, as a shoe that you can just do stuff in on a more daily basis, I think the Speed and Pro are probably better. The Speed, certainly. Although I really like the Pro. It's just really sort of nice and consistent. I could use it for pretty much anything. It's a really nice shoe. Both of those are. I mean, the Vaporfly, I wouldn't want to run in that every day as a sort of a daily kind of thing. Mimi says, when you're sad, it's the best time to run. Yeah, it does help. It really does. Today, though, I was smiling. I was listening to some Aesop Rock. And then later on, my favourite live album. My favourite album that was recorded live back in the 70s, AC/DC. If You Want Blood, You've Got It. That is a outstanding album. I love it. Every time the second half of that album comes on, I can feel like the energy building up, especially with the track High Voltage Rock and Roll. If I put that on, I can run a little bit faster than I can normally run at my top pace. I'd love to try a 5k actually, just listening to AC/DC. I reckon I could do really well. Maybe I'll try that this week. Why not? See how fast I can do it. See if I can run at the 5k suggested pace that's on here. Where is it? Here we go. So this Garmin Epix watch that I've been using, Garmin sent it over to me so I could test it out. It reckons that I can run 10k in 17 minutes 37. Now that would chop 2 minutes 20 seconds off of like pretty much my, you know, I can get just under 20 normally. I have no idea where it's getting that from. If I ran all out, I think I could just about do that, but oh man, yeah. Maybe I'm running with the handbrake on, who knows. Rob Weatherall says, fallen in love with the Alphafly over marathon training. Yeah, well, this is it, you see. It's such a forgiving shoe, the Alphafly. I remember running that Salisbury half last September, so I was like 1 hour 32, I think it was. Like humid, nasty, windy, awful, with no water. I had no water either, which was, you know, a bit stupid really, but I can remember getting in the car afterwards and chatting to my dad, and he went, are you a bit tired, your legs hurt? And I went, actually no, my legs are fine, my legs feel good. I just wish I'd had some water. I was just really dehydrated. Raiden says, when is ASOS getting Puma Velocity Nitro V2? I don't know. Who knows with ASOS? The things just appear on there overnight. Chris says, bought a pair of the Saucony Pro 2s, considering wearing them over the Alphaflies. Interesting. What would be your thinking there, Christopher? You know, how do the Alphaflies feel for you? Do you feel you've got a bit more control, perhaps, with the Pro 2? Yeah, we'll be coming, Diaz. I'll get there as soon as I can with the Velocity 2s. Let's go. Let's go. Steve-O is here. He says, evening to you, sir. Let's see if we've got any questions here. Maybe you can help us out with the super chat. I can get straight to your question if you've got a burning question that you want to ask. Let's scroll carefully there. And let's have a bit more water as well. Evan says he's watching in Vancouver with a plate of chips, recovering from a marathon in the pub yesterday for the Ireland-England game. Excellent. A plate of chips, that is the way to do it. DR says, yeah, about the Speed 2, one of the best pair he's had. Yeah, they're really great, very versatile, usable shoe, that one. Do like my X-Wing pair that I've got. Just always reminds me of the Luke's X-Wing fighter in terms of the colours. Tassos is in Cyprus. Amazing, he's got a marathon coming up. Yeah, tapering is always tough, isn't it? It always feels in the back of your mind like you're being lazy, or you're not doing it right because, you know, you've pulled the mileage back and, you know, you haven't got those same sort of feelings, and you see everybody else running all those miles and everything. It's really tough. You've got to remain steadfast though, Tassos, and you know that you're doing the right thing. If you're in the chat, guys, or you are watching at home right now, give the video a thumbs up. Like, it really does help us out a great deal. Stephen C says, Keller Sport of select sizes of the Vaporfly. I did notice that. Now, is this going to be like a, you know, a Vaporfly sort of like knockoff or something? Is it fallen off the back of a lorry? You know, will we ever know, Stephen C? Unless we, you know, try and buy one. Should we do that? I don't know. I shouldn't really do it, should I? I've been a bit crazy on the shoes recently, the last couple of weeks. Not only running shoes as well, Jordans as well, and some Dunks, and yeah, it's going a bit out of hand. I've got to be honest. I might have to have a little break from buying shoes. Oh, hang on a minute though. There's some new shoes here. I completely forgot about these. So, very excited to try these out. In here we have. Let's close up the box. Look at this. The Flow Velocity Wind 2 from Under Armour. Now, I think these are a tiny bit lighter than the first version. And they do seem to have messed around with the tongue a little bit as well. So I'm really keen to test these out. Look at that colourway as well. It is fantastic. Sort of like a yellow burst there. I really like this sort of gradient here across the front. It is a real look at that one, isn't it? What a beautiful looking shoe. I'll have to wear it when it's dry. I can't take this shoe out straight away when the weather is terrible, can I? That would be a travesty to do such a thing. So yeah, really looking forward to trying these out. Let's have a quick smell test. Hang on. It actually smells a little bit more like a Jordan basketball shoe or something. Now, of course, we know that this material here was actually developed for Steph Curry, the basketball player. And I believe the outsole and some of the actual profiling is actually the same as his signature shoe. So, looking forward to testing those out. Hang on, we've got to do it right, guys. We've got to do it right. Get the shoe up on display in the background. That's better. There we go. Voila, it is there. What do you make of that one, guys? It's looking nice. What we got coming up here? I can't buy any more Vaporflies. I don't need any more. Ben Booth says, can you suggest a stability shoe for the marathon distance? Blimey. I know a lot of people have quite enjoyed the structure, the latest structure from Nike, but I'm not sure about marathon distance. A lot of those top racing shoes, they're not the most stable at all, and because of the foam itself, you find that you're kind of towards the end of a marathon, you know, everyone's form's going to start to dip a little bit, and you're going to start to fall into the back of the shoe a little bit. So yeah, I know, maybe some of the viewers can give you a better one on there. Oh, Dan Mill says ISIL in Kenya. Okay, crikey, that'd be amazing to get there. I'm not sure that'll be anytime soon. It would certainly be a test, that's for sure. Running very high above sea level there. Darren Bray says, did I hear you in saying you're going to be trying the Puma? Yes, I will be trying the Fast R at some point, yes. I think they're only available over in Europe and very small numbers at the moment. Calvin says, took his Takumi-san 8s for a track workout after watching the video today. Fantastic. Yeah, I think they work well on track. I've got to be honest, I am moving towards the Sen 8 over the Street Fly. I know there's quite a price difference there, but I think there's actually quite a lot of shoe performance difference as well. I'm not far off 100 miles on my Takumi-san, on the Street Flies now, so that won't be long. That won't be long at all. Richard Johnson says, thank you kindly, Lord Bird. We stand on the shoulders of your greatness. No, I stand on your shoulders, people. All of you. Mark T. Running says, good evening, Ed. Good evening, Mark. Hope you're doing fine. John Shuttleworth is here. He says, COVID for a week. Can't wait to get back out running. Yes, it's a weird thing now. It's where people may get COVID, but they don't need to, like officially stay at home. But of course, everybody will. To not be around others. That's a good thing to do. Let's hope when you get back out there it hasn't hit you too hard, John. Hope you're back on form soon. Robin Monroe says, what do you think about the Adios Pro 2s? Will be beneficial for getting a fast 5k time. I did wear those for 10k last year, and I'm not entirely sure that worked that well for me. I wish I'd had the Sen 8 then for that race. So I think I'd probably want to use the Pro 2s for my half marathon upwards. I think that would be where they sit. And I may well use them yet for the oval half. That Berlin colourway. You need to exercise the demons from when I wore that shoe before and the dreadful shoulder incident happened. Philip D says, I'm looking for shoes for faster training. I want to buy some Asics Noosa 13, but currently see very good price for the Float Ride Energy 4. Yeah, you can run some faster stuff in that. I don't see why not. I mean, the Energy 4 is a bit more of a sort of all-round kind of shoe. It does lots of things relatively well. There obviously are some more streamline, cut back kind of shoes that will be good for very fast training like that. But yeah, Energy 4 is a good one to have in the arsenal for sure. In the rotation, why not? Richard Johnson says, backpack recommendations for running to work carrying a laptop. Well, in this case, Richard, I am your man. Now, I am using and there's an Osprey bag that I've got that I've been using for a couple of years. Absolutely fantastic. As long as you've got a nice case, put your laptop in, slides in, no problem at all. I've even carried my larger MacBook as well. But that should do the job. Richard, give me a shout on the email that appears in the video descriptions, and I'll send you the one I've got. I think they've updated it for last year, but it's still a great item. So let me know in the email, and I'll get back to you. I believe we have a super chat from Mark Breeze. Thank you very much, Mark, with the super chat there. You just brought some True Motion Axions. I think they're great. Ever tried True Motion brand? No, I haven't tried those at all. I shall have to investigate these. Maybe give me a shout, Mark, in the email. Let me know a bit more about those. I'd love to try them out. Thank you for the super chat. Interesting stuff. Let's see if I can catch up here with some of the messages. It's getting out of hand, guys. It's getting out of hand. Come on, bud man. Ken Murray says, Ed, your link you posted to the Boston Liner showing is no longer available. That could be inside the description. I'll maybe go back through and see if I can update those, Ken. Few Boston 9s around now, I would have thought. They're disappearing. James Houston says, Adi Star long run still on the cards. Absolutely, James. I will see if I can get that in over the course of the week. Bob Corbin says, stability shoe for marathon would be the Carbon X or the Shift. Yeah, Carbon X may be a bit more stable. That's a good shout there, Bob. Thank you for that. Richard Rendell says, home bargains of the SOS gels. Yeah, what I might do is buy one of those massive boxes of those gels, because I go through them if I've got them like really quickly, they are quite useful sometimes to have in training. If you're doing a longer run, you could chuck a couple of them in your shorts, you know, in the pockets, of course, and you're good to go. You're good to go. Ian Hassler says, Ian Heiser says, have I referenced the Smiths? Yeah, I do like some of the Smiths, sort of perhaps more early stuff, I suppose. I say early, I mean they only did, what, 6 albums? Is that right? 5 albums, 6 albums? So yeah, I do like some of the stuff. That's a bit more, I suppose, not the rockabilly kind of things that they did, those weird kind of tunes. I like some of the more sort of innovative stuff with the interesting guitar parts. They're always quite fun. DP says, Fleetwood Mac Albatross, musical analogy for long run shoe. Yeah, that's perfect actually. Richard's waiting on the London ballot. Good luck, Richard. I hope you get in. I really do. Anybody that's in the ballot, I hope you get it. Matthew Cunningham, he's giving this the... I guess, is that for the shoe? Maybe, I'm not sure. Greg Privett's off to run. Thunderstruck, yeah, it's a great tune. People liking the AC/DC there. Let's Go Steve says 10k in 17 minutes. No, it reckons 5k in 17. Sorry, did I say 10? Yes, I mean 5k. Not 10. Yeah, Matthew's got it. It's just me being an idiot. Outsole enthusiast is excited for the Vomero 17s. Someone mentioned this to me the other day. Have I like completely missed it or something? Have they announced them, or is there a picture out of them? I'd be interested to see what they look like. I'll go and check later if that is the case. Paul Climo says greetings from Memphis. Lots of love for you and your channel. A fellow huge fan of the Float Ride 3. Awesome. Yeah, it's a great shoe. And the 4 is great as well, Paul, if you get a chance to test that out. Thank you for your kind words there. I do appreciate it. Daniela suggests for run, walk, run. An easy day shoe. Maybe something like the Energy 4. Pick that one up. It's a great shoe. That'll do that. No problem at all. Really comfortable. Matthew Cunningham had the Pro 2 today for 23.5 minutes. Or did you run in the Pro 2? I'm not sure. Christopher says more stability with the Saucony Pro 2 over the Alpha Flies. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would have thought that's it. Calves always feel sore after running in the Alpha Flies. Yeah, they do demand quite a bit of pressure there on the calf. I can imagine that being a little bit of an upgrade, really, using the Pro 2. Mark Breeze just bought 2 shoes today for speed. 2 and Tri-Motion Axion. Okay, so we'll check that out, Mark. Now I know a bit more as to what you mean. Darren Bray said the Speed 2 gave him chronic runner's toe. Interesting. Isn't it strange how there's some shoes just really work for people, other shoes just don't work quite so well. Really, really odd how it can be so different between people. Good shout there from Cheekster. Thank you for that, Cheekster. Yeah, the 3 or the 4, absolutely perfect for that sort of use. Lee Sumner did a half marathon in the Tempo Next Percent. Oh, I love that shoe. Found they were great on the road and awful on mud. Yeah, I can imagine so. The Alpha Flies remain in the box unused. Probably wait till summer. Yeah, the Tempo Next Percent. Although one of the slightly better ones, the Sen 8 on mud would be useless. Absolutely useless. Still, the best sort of carbon plate, high-end super shoe I've got on mud or grass, RC Elite version 1. Absolutely brilliant. That outsole was just a demon. Sort of digs into the ground. Really great traction there. Really great traction. Talking of great traction, or at least I hope it's going to be, other shoe that we need to test out, still in the box, not been used as of yet, is the Terra Kyger 8 from Nike. Now that smells like a basketball shoe. Now, I have noticed already this one's a little heavier, but they seem to have fooled around a little bit with the traction changing up the direction of the pattern over the other version. Have I got that knocking around somewhere? No, I haven't. But yeah, keen to get out in these. It's going to be wet and very muddy out there tomorrow, so might be ideal to use those. I think it's still raining right now, in fact. So it'll be very, very fun to get out in those. There we go, we've got a full complement of shoes back behind me now. It felt wrong without there being loads of shoes there. David says I need to try the new AM90 unofficial Batman shoes. Okay, I shall investigate as to what this is all about at some point. Bob says he did a 4x2 mile threshold run in the Saucony Guide 15. And they were very fast, but I hurt his feet. That's not good. There's not too many I've tried out, I've got to be honest, that I've thought I just don't want to carry on running in these. There's been only maybe 1 or 2 shoes that have caused me that sort of level of pain. The only shoe I can remember of recent time was the Zoomfly 4. That I just felt I didn't want to hang on to it, and I got rid of it. I sent it back. It really hurt my arches. It just felt like a brick. But I know that some people love that shoe, so there you go. Some things work for some people and not others. Nate White says first half marathon coming up, but still running my Sunday mornings at a distance longer than 21. Would you reduce that down for a specific race? I think if you're going to run a half, it's good to go up just slightly over, in fact, the half marathon distance. But I wouldn't do it a week before, maybe a couple of weeks before. That's kind of why I did that run today, really. I've got a race in 2 weeks. And yeah, I think a long run and building up that kind of aerobic kind of fitness with the slower miles, you bank that. I don't feel you're going to lose any speed as you sort of go up towards the actual race itself. So make sure you get a really good taper in there. Absolutely, Darren Bray, they do have that new shoe smell. Let's have a... Yeah, it's a quite wondrous odour, actually. It really is. This whole room smells of that, though. So maybe I could do like a cologne, a shoe cologne. That would be good. I'm not sure I'd buy it, though. I'd buy it. I'd be into a shoe cologne. I have a pair of those I use during warmer weather, says Danny. Regardless of face, not feels it was adjusting to shoe just worked. Let's go, Steve-O. Finally splashed out Adidas Pro 2. They're fantastic. I take back everything I've said. Well, I think I Super Stack shoes. Awesome. I'm glad those are working out for you. They are one of the shoes that I really love, Steve. So I'm glad they're doing the business in the running for me for the oval half when I do that in a couple of weeks. Chris Grayson says, best of luck to all on the ballot. Apparently I have a 3.4% chance. Well, that's not crazy, is it? It's not bad. It could be worse than that. So, you know, if there's like 100 of us here, then maybe one person might get in. 1 or 2. 3, in fact. 3.5 people. Matthew Cunningham, that's the summer colour. Only do dry runs, I would agree. Yeah. Well, yeah, but I can wash it. It'll be fine. I'm not sure what will happen there if I wash that, because it's got the Under Armour tracking stuff built in, hasn't it? So it might destroy it. In fact, there is a Bluetooth thing here. It says Bluetooth Under Armour Performance Pod S. So yeah, I don't want to destroy it. Must be reasonably encased or encapsulated though to stop it from getting wet. Carrie Owen says she's been using Colour Sports and they're brilliant. Awesome. Maybe I'll give it a whirl, Kerry. Maybe I'll try it out. Do I really need another pair of Vaporflies? I don't really, do I? I've got loads of stuff here to use. Should use those Adidas Pro 2s rather than getting more Vaporflies, even if they are a good price. Urban Division says I can't decide between the Adidas 5 or RC2. Already got the SL20 and Adios 6. You could hang fire. I think there is a new RC coming out very soon. I have spotted it in a couple of places. RC4, I think. So maybe grab that instead. Or if you can find a pair of the Adios 4, that was a great shoe. Very, very light and nimble. Colour Sports says awesome though. Richard says Colour Sports UK is awesome, but takes time for delivery. Okay. So it looks as if a few people are using those. Axel Rosier 675 says it's the real Ed live. Can't believe it. Yeah, I'm actually here. I'm actually a real person, not like a AI or something that just appears every now and then on a very edited video. Flow Velocity Wind Reflect. Crikey. I'll have to check that out. Is that like a shield version, is it? Scott Wells, those are Float Ride Energy 4s behind you. Would you expect a full review? Oh, it'll be a while. I mean, I've done my initial review, but yeah, I'll need to get some more miles into those. They seem to have taken on a strange sort of like odd off-white sort of styling now. I don't know how that is. Sort of almost like a sort of muslin type material on the back there. It looked like a Nike off-white shoe. It's kind of weird. Let's have a look through, see what other questions we got here. Try and keep up with these. Cheeksters liking the looks of the Under Armour Flow Velocity Wind 2. Yeah, they do look fire, don't they? Really nice look to those. Michael, he says, how are you finding the Apex 2? Tempted to pick up on the screen. Yeah, it's a fantastic watch, I have to be honest. The battery life I'm finding good. The one big boost to this watch over others that I've tried is the heart rate monitor. It just works on my wrist, which is really rare for that to actually happen. I just can't get heart rate monitors like wrist-based ones to work properly, but this one, it just works straight off the bat. I found that with the Instinct 2 as well, so I don't know what Garmin have changed or updated there, but yeah, it's spot on. I've tried it with the Polar just on its own in terms of the OH1, just operating on my sort of arm here, plus the two watches, and they're all giving a very consistent reading. So yeah, I'm really pleased about that. It's making it a lot easier. It's one less thing to have to charge up all the time. And then Beast plays with the charging thing for the Polar H1 as well, and sometimes I have to find it, and yeah, it's a bit of a pain. So that's saving me a lot of time. Axel Rosier 675, do you know if the Adios 6 in the wide version is on sale online? Where did I see it? I saw it somewhere. It might have even been like the Adidas website. I'm sure you can get it. There's a wide version now, so a few more people can try the shoe out. It's a great one from last year, the Adios 6. Let's see. Cameron McBride said he returned his Street Flies, just didn't work for me. I think that there's going to be a few people that get the Street Flies and it's not going to happen. And I've also got a hunch that the Street Fly is there's going to be quite a lot of returns for them falling to bits at the back. The foam isn't the same as the Vaporfly. It's really rubbery and it tears very easily, where I find the Vaporfly actually is a little bit more hardy. It's not the same stuff. Definitely not the same stuff. Nick says, what about the Street Fly and Streak 7 comparison? Interesting. I'll tell you what, there's not an awful lot to compare. Those two shoes feel very, very different. It's a lot more of a very sort of firm response about the Phylon midsole that you've got in the Streak 7 in comparison to the Zoom X that you've got in the Street Fly. It's very compressive. It's not going to be for everybody, that shoe. I think if you're doing some shorter distance stuff, maybe at a higher pace, okay, but I don't see it challenging the Sen 8. Yeah, I've got a good number of miles. I think I've got like 80 or so in the Street Fly and 75 in the Sen 8. Yeah, one is more expensive, one is a means business race shoe, the other one is just a sort of fun, a fun thing that ain't gonna last long. Yeah, so I've said it. There you go, the Street Fly. Richard Rendell says the Vaporfly 2 in black on Keller Sports are 114 in all sizes. Crikey, that's not a lot of money. Can't get a good daily shoe for that. Thomas Lang says, good evening, best use for Nova Blast 2. Too soft for tempo. Yeah, I found them just a nice daily vibe. Nice daily shoe. I wouldn't want to wear them for high tempo stuff. Too squashy for me. Although the second version wasn't anywhere near as squashy as the first. Rob says he forgot about the London Ballot. I was lucky with the Great North Run, so fingers crossed that you have some double luck. You never know. It goes like that sometimes, Rob. It really does. The Running Tattoo Artist. Awesome. Planning on using Metaspeed Sky for the Manchester Marathon. Never taken these marathon distance, but love them. Fancy something different. Yeah, maybe try, if you're still able, a longer run and see how it fares. I've got a feeling they'll be alright though. Be fun to run in something different, wouldn't it? Raymond Morrow says, hey Ed, are you going to review the Puma Magnify Nitro? I have done. I've reviewed the Magnify. Do check that one out from a little while back. Need to do a longer run in them though, I think, to give them a fair crack of the whip. John Shuttleworth says, have you ever thought of a part run POB, like a podcast, to get the legs going for a PB? Okay, I kind of see what you mean. Yeah, well, I could do that. That's a good idea. Diaz says, Clifton 5 or 6 didn't work at all for me. Destroyed my... Yeah, I had a problem with the Clifton, was it the 7? It really cut into my arch really, really badly on one of my feet. Really not a nice thing. Really didn't like that at all. Jason says, what do you think about adding an info bit about the reviewer's foot when reviewing shoes? It's like, that's actually a really good idea, isn't it? Yeah, I could give some measurements or something. Get the calipers out and measure my foot. Or I could go to Clark's Village and get them to measure it on the old machine with the little tape that goes over the top of your foot and stuff like that. That would be cool. I'll ask them to get the old machine out from the storeroom or something. That would be awesome. Let's have a little look here. What else we got? Got a few minutes for the end of the podcast. Thank you for all of you for tuning in. I do appreciate it. If you are watching right now and you haven't done so already, do hit that like button. It really does help us out a great deal to spread the word about the channel. And we've got a really nice number of viewers in today. Keeping it over 100 pretty much all the way through. I'm really pleased about that. If you've got any questions as well you want to get in quickly for me to answer with a super chat to help the channel out, please do so, guys. It would help out a great deal. Run DMC Cyprus told you Takumi is doing well with the half. Yeah, you're right. I did see your post actually. I'm a Run DMC fan, so I did notice that. But yeah, I thought I'd take it out, and it felt great today. Really good, especially considering the towards the end, I suppose, of the long run. It was really good. Ed 209, I like that. I could do like a t-shirt with that on. Just my head on the top bit. Cameron McBride, it's the natural Reebok patina. I like that. You get those guitars that they sort of age and you get this sort of patina on the outside. That's what it reminds me of, Cameron. Richard Adams, any tips for 20 miles long run? Well, make sure you take some sustenance with you. Maybe some gels, perhaps you're going to use. Perhaps if you're going to be racing a marathon, for example, take some of the stuff you're going to use with you. Make sure you got some water as well. Unless you're able to double back and pick some up on the second round or second loop or something. That's a good way to do it. Make a loop so that you can return and grab some stuff to keep you going as you go around. Always a good idea. I find taking an emergency penguin bar with me as well is good, just in case you get really hungry. You can eat the penguin bar, and it's there, just in case. But you shouldn't eat it at the start, because it's not there for that. It's not there for that reason. David G in the house. Thanks for joining us late on. We've got a few minutes left, David. He's one of our members. Good to see you here. Richard Johnson is watching the BAFTA awards on the Beeb. No, sadly, I haven't won any awards. They would have told me. I would have been there with Beast to pick up our award, Richard, if we won that. That would have been cool. Eon the Cormac says, wonder if EDDBUD followers would ever be interested in virtual Ekiden and virtual relay. Yeah, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? That'd be a good thing to do. Maybe we can try organising that maybe a little towards the summer. We can try and get something going like that. It'd be cool to do that Ekiden again this year. See if we can improve on the time from last year. Now I was really struggling a bit with that, just doing that 5k when we did that because of my arm. Christopher says, seeing Future Islands soon. Am I a fan? I don't think I've heard much from Future Islands. I'll have to check those out, Christopher. Road Running Review has given me the awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Road Running Review. We've got Rob Weatherall says, splendid show. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Cheeks of 777 reckons we hit 143 viewers at one stage. Concurrent viewers. That's fantastic. Richard Rendell, waterproof jackets, any good ones? The SAW one. The SAW waterproof jacket is insanely good. There are a few times I have worn it without a vest and just worn the jacket, and it has been brilliant. David G's been out in his Prime X, 20 miles. Yeah, that shoe. You just keep rolling, David. You just keep rolling with that shoe. Run Frankfurt says, hey Ed, when is your Boston 10 video coming out when you remove the plate? Yeah, I'll maybe get to that this week. I need to get a chisel so I can knock the plate out of the back of it, or maybe a drill or something. Sean, I haven't got my hands on the Fast R, but I hope to very soon. It'll be fun to test those out. I noticed there's a few people received them, and smashed out some inhuman numbers of miles already. Richard says, cheers Ed, Sundays are good again. Cool, making Sundays good again. I hope I am anyway. Henry says he's got a dilemma, Endorphin Pros or Vaporfly Next Percent 2s. What I'd suggest is running some faster reps in each one and see which one works best. And we got a super chat right in near the end of the live stream from Christopher. Thank you very much for that, sir. Fave pre-run snack. Mine's a Cliff Energy bar. I tell you what, my favourite pre-run food at the moment, because I'm having to run early in the mornings to get out there, is I get up, literally get my gear on, I have a coffee and just black coffee, a little sugar and a banana, and it works every time for me. It just gives me a good boost, and there's enough there just to sort of get me through an hour or so, and then I come back and I eat a massive bowl of porridge. Made by Miss EDDBUD. It's the best porridge that you'll ever taste. It's fantastic. And that, Christopher, is my favourite pre-run snack. Early morning, 5:45 in the morning. That's how you do it. Right, guys, I am going to say bonjour to all of you. I know that isn't the right term, but, those in the know will know what I mean. I hope you've enjoyed the live stream today. Thanks for tuning in and making this probably one of the highest viewed live streams I think we've had. I think playbacks are saying there's about 1,329, which is just nuts. That is amazing. So thank you all of you for tuning in. And David G just got in just for the end. Thanks, David. I'll have a few sneak peeks coming up for the members this week, so do keep your eyes peeled, watching out for those. Thanks again, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. My name's EDDBUD, and I'll be seeing you very soon.